Laura Dominic with A Plan for Joy, and I think you'll agree with me that being able to follow a morning routine really begins the night before with your evening routine. I really don't think we put enough emphasis on the things we do in the evening that help us to get up and really follow our morning routine every day. For example, if you're constantly going to bed really late, or you're not getting enough sleep, or you're sleeping poorly, then it's going to be really hard to get up the next day and be awake, or even to get up on time. You're probably more likely to hit that snooze a couple of times than get up and follow the morning routine that you set. So doing the same things every night, the same activities every night, acts like cues for your body so that your body knows, hey, I'm winding down, it's time to get ready to go to sleep. If you're up every night doing something completely different, one night you're washing clothes, the next night you're, baking cookies, your body's not going to have those cues that will set you off into getting ready to go to bed and get a good night's sleep. So I would say if you have little kids, which can sometimes be an obstacle to a good evening routine, why not set an evening routine for them if you don't already have one? For instance, do the same things every night for them so that their bodies get used to the cues that tell them it's time to go to bed, and then make sure their bedtime gives you enough time to do the evening routine you want to do. Now, if you have babies and toddlers, I don't know what to tell you. Do the best you can. Set as much of a routine as you can, but let's face it, at this phase of your life, you have to just be flexible and have your ideal of what you would like your evening to be, and if it works out, great. And if it doesn't, well, just try again the next day. So just like I did in the morning routine video, I'm going to give you 10 things that you could potentially include in your evening routine if you're looking for some good ideas. First off, let's start with no social media. You know the drill. Put your phone away. It's not going to be a good thing for you to fall asleep to. And second, don't do anything that will get you anxious or worried or upset. So maybe don't check your emails before you go to bed, just in case there's something in there. Don't check Facebook, that kind of stuff. You really don't want to get yourself worked up as you're preparing to fall asleep. If you like to watch TV, pick a light show, nothing too heavy or too dark or too intense. And maybe watch one show, but keep it to one instead of binge watching at that late of an hour. Why not read a good book? If you have self-control and you can read one chapter a night, that's a great way to get yourself ready to go to sleep. Listen to some music. Maybe you like instrumental music or relaxing folk music or something like that. Go ahead and put it on in the background. I think it's really important to have a good prayer routine for your evening, short, because you're usually tired. So one of the things I like to include in the evening prayer routine is an examination of conscience, because it's a good way to review your day and look at maybe where you fell short and promise to do better tomorrow. And then why not take a piece of paper and make a list of 5 to 10 things you're grateful for. It's a nice way to put your mind in that positive mood, because you're reflecting as you fall asleep on things that you're really, truly grateful for. And how about, as long as you have that pen and paper out, writing down 3 things that you want to accomplish tomorrow. It's a great way to get your mind set and ready to go for the next day, because when you wake up, you already know what the day has in store for you. So consider doing that before you fall asleep. Maybe you like to take a relaxing bath or a shower. Go ahead and add that to your evening routine. And maybe that's the only time you get to spend with your husband or some of your older kids. So why not add a little bit of time with them into your evening routine too? So there's 10 good things that you could consider if you're at a loss for what you would like to do in your evening routine. Now, your action step for this week is to plan out an evening routine. So the first thing I need you to do is think about what time it is you want to wake up to the next morning. Let's say conservative time. I'm not going to tell you what time to wake up. Like I said in the morning time video, that's up to you and your situation. But let's say for this example, you're going to get up at 6:30 in the morning. Consider getting between 7 and 8 hours every night of sleep. So if that's the case and you're going to get up at 6:30, you want to get to bed at somewhere between 10:30 and 11:30. Pick a time and stick to it. Then decide what activities you want to do during your evening routine and roughly how much time you want to spend in each activity. And then add a couple of minutes in for your getting into your pajamas and getting into bed. Because the key here is to turn off the light at the time that you specified in your evening routine. So let's say I want 8 hours of sleep. I'm going to go to bed at 10:30, which means I have an hour's worth of stuff I want to do. So every night at 9:30, and you can set an alarm on your phone, which would serve two purposes: to remind you to get up and do your evening routine and to put your phone away. So set your alarm for 9:30 to remind you, and then start your evening routine. Write it out if you have to, so you don't have to try and remember what it was you said you were going to do until you get in the habit of doing it. Then make sure you stop when you've decided it was the time you wanted to go to bed. So if you decide 10:30 is the time, then 10:30, whether you're done with everything or not, that's what time the lights go off and you go to bed. Try to resist the urge to do that one more chapter or one more show, because it's going to throw off your whole schedule then. So lights out, 10:30, good to go for the next day. As we know, a consistent bedtime allows for a consistent waking time, and it's just much better for your body. Your body gets into a rhythm, and then it's better for your mood. It's better for the activities you want to do the next day. It's better for a good night's sleep. It's better for your family even, because, a happy mom is a happy home. So your script for this week is, I am a woman who values her evening routine and sticks to it every day. Say that every morning, every evening. Write it out if you have to. Cement it in your mind so that you are a woman who values her evening routine and who doesn't ignore that alarm when it goes off when it's time to start your evening routine. If you'd like to develop a consistent evening routine and a morning routine, and you feel like you need somebody to walk that journey with you, then I'd be happy to do that. The link to my website is in the description box below. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I've got that link down there also. And right now, what I'd like you to do is like this video and subscribe to my channel. And then I will see you again next week. God bless.